Well, hello everybody. I'm coming to you today from Mimi's Crafty Shop. I have some exciting stuff to show you today. I have finally finished my journal and it turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm so proud of it and so excited about it, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. I just want to tell you a little bit about my book. I did get my book from the Goodwill. I paid, I think, $1 for it. And the name of the book was Roses, and so I decided to incorporate that into my book. The inside of the book had some really pretty pages that were, as you'll see when I open the book, that had roses on it. So I thought, let me see, what can I do to incorporate that in my book? So I went and found a digital download from Artemaze, and I decided to use Lady Rose. So that was what inspired me to name the book, and the name of my book is Vintage Junk Journal, Lady Rose and Her Dear Companions. And I just want to do a little shout out to some of the people that has inspired me and helped me on YouTube that to do the book. Was one of them was Crafty Irina, which I know a lot of you are friends with her on YouTube and watch her videos. She's awesome and does a great job. I actually used her book tutorial to use the Elmer's glue and glue the pages together. You leave them in the book, and then you put the scrapbooking paper on there. I did use the Elmer's glue to glue the pages together, but it did do some wrinkling and waving and stuff that I didn't really care for too much. So when it came time to cut my scrapbooking paper out and put it in there, I actually used the permanent, really extra strong stick glue, and I found that that worked really good, and it did adhere to it really well. So I was excited about that, and that worked really well for me. Also, Patricia Viramontes, she has a book page tutorial, and I've watched quite a few of her tutorials, and she's just so sweet, and I just love to watch her videos, and she gives a lot of good helpful hints. Anyway, I used some of her ideas, and I'll show you in the book. And then also my dear mother, Vintage Arts Treasure, which a lot of y'all know her as Granny. She has inspired me, helped me along the way, showed me a lot of things, and it's given me a lot of great supplies. So I couldn't have done it without her, and I just want to tell her so thankful for what she's done for me. And okay, my book is 37 pages long, and it's a 6.5 by 9.5. And I want to tell you a little bit about the front of it. Okay, I did use heat bond to adhere my lace onto the book, and I found that that worked really good. I found a YouTube on it, and it did help, and it worked, and it stuck on there, and I was so glad because I was kind of wondering how I was going to get that lace on there. So let's get started on the book. The front of it here, put some beautiful red roses on there. This is a vintage lady that I found, a cutout that I used. I cut this scrapbooking paper out, and I just sewed around it and just put some embroidery around it, and I thought it turned out really pretty, and it kind of went with the theme of the book, so I thought it was really pretty. All right, the inside of the book, this is what I was talking to y'all about, how pretty this book was, and these beautiful cabbage roses. I just think they're gorgeous, and I live in Texas, and we can't have these type of roses, but I know up north they have a lot of pretty roses, so that's one reason why I love roses so much, because I think they're so beautiful, and they just remind me of old-timey time. And anyway, so I thought it was really pretty. And this is Lady Rose, and I thought she turned out so pretty. I did some embossing on it and stained it, and I just love her hat. I think it's so pretty. And the name of the book is Roses, so I just incorporated that in my book. And I took and used some of the scrapbooking paper I used to make pockets, and I had a lot of extra scrapbooking after I cut out all the pages and stuff, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it and not waste it. Anyway, and I just put some embroidery on here, and then just all these wonderful fun things that I made. Here's a little envelope I made, tea dyed it. And then here is a paper doily that I made and tea dyed it. And this little ephemera I made, I thought that turned out so pretty. I just loved how there was so many YouTubes on those that you can look for too. A lot of my pages have these little hidden side pockets that you can stick goodies down in, pictures, whatnots. Here's some more little fun things, another tag. And this is just made out of manila folder, and I put a stamp on it. Here's another little tuck spot. I love this paper right here. It's one of my favorites. I like the combination of the golds and the navy blues. Okay, here's this thing Patricia Viramontes has her video on, and if y'all haven't gone to see it, y'all need to check her out because she has some really great ideas, and this was really easy to make. I thought it turned out really cute. And another pocket here too that she shows how to make these pockets. I thought they turned out really neat, and they're a good way to use some stuff that you already have. I love this paper right here. I think my mom gave me this. I thought it is really pretty. I love the lady in her corset. And some more tags, some more stuff you can write on. And this right here, I just love this paper here. This is the stuff from Artemis. So pretty. And this is just a paper doily, and then I made these little flowers up and used book pages with them. Here's a glassine bag that I embossed on, and a tag that I did some stamping and I did some embossing. And I love these two papers here. Isn't this bird so pretty? And the stamp here, I thought the brown tones, they all kind of just blended so well. Another coffee dyed or tea dyed piece of paper you can write on. Okay, here's Mary's story. This is her companions, what I was talking about, because this was actually part of the book, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it. And anyway, it turned out really pretty, and I love Mary and her turquoise colors and all the blending of the flowers and stuff. I thought it turned out really pretty. And this page has turned out really pretty too. The embroidery of the lace, and it says, "Time is precious, make every minute count." And well, yeah, that's for sure, because our minutes just fly by, and the older you get, the worse it gets. I really love this paper right here. This kind of reminds me of flour sacks back in the day. I thought that really turned out cute. The color of that, and then some lace right here, trim, and that little pocket. Place you can do some writing. More tuck spot. Another little coffee or tea dyed little card. I love this page right here. I like the colors all turned out so pretty together. This is another page I really love because I love corsets. I love this stamp. It's one of my favorites. More little areas. Another little brown scheme, and there's some more of that vintage paper that I had that I cut out and used and did some embossing. My Cuttlebug. Okay, here's Percy's story. This is another page that I really thought turned out so pretty. I love the greens and the purples and the golds all mingled together with this embroidery lace here. It's turned out really, really nice. This page right here, I used a glassine bag, and I did some napkins on here, and I did, Mod Podged it on. But I thought that was pretty. And another one of those cabbage roses. Another one of Patricia's little bags that I made up. Place to do some writing, some journaling. Here's another paper doily. And I did another napkin, Mod Podge napkin on there. This is that Tim Holtz Botanical Gardens ephemera that I got. I really like this new stuff that he's come out with, and I just recently got that. Rachel's story, and Rachel beautiful, and her little black background back here really highlights the way she looks. I really like that page too. And this is one of my favorites. I absolutely love this paper right here. This came from Hobby Lobby. Most of my papers came from Michael or Hobby Lobbies, or they were gifted to me by my mother. I think this little thing turned out good, and I Velcroed the little closures on all my stuff so it was easy to open and close. There's some more little place to write. Another tag. I love this paper here too. Another ephemera there that I made up. Another tag I made up and did some embossing on. That vintage paper. And this tag right here is so cute. And I did this up using just a book page. Did some gesso and some napkins with more of those cabbage roses. Turned out really pretty. And this is just a coffee or tea stain page. Did some stamping on here and did some of that Lindsay staining on it. Another little ephemera there. This is another paper doily that I did a napkin on it. Thought that all turned out really pretty, the blends of the colors. Here's a little card I made. I love that stamp right there, the little bicycle stamps. They're so pretty. And this little card right here I thought turned out really cute. So pretty. Another little tuck spot, and the journey is the destination. Another little envelope I made up. Another paper you can do some writing on. Here's another one of these, that beautiful paper I had. I love this stamp right here. This is so pretty, that corset stamp. And then this right here says beautiful. I love that. Isn't that a pretty saying? And that blending of all those colors. And I thought that turned out really pretty, and I like that. And that's the end of the book. Well, anyway, thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I hope y'all like it, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.